on Sunday Night Primetime. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams sprint plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's caught right side by Worthy. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Yellow.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
A 34-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. Second quarter coming your way next. 3-0 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. But a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Our game here, part of John Madden Thanksgiving Celebration Weekend, a remembrance that the NFL created a few years back to celebrate the connection between John Madden and Thanksgiving football. And, of course, Charles and I and all of us here at EA Sports hope you had a wonderful day on Thursday and you're settling in for some good football here this weekend. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That one good for 37 yards.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Here's Hurts to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And able to get this out to the 25. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So one of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some staffs get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right.
Now Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he goes out right around the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Yellow.
First and 10.
Here's Mahomes to throw. This one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Mahomes will do it himself. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Martin, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Mahomes to throw it. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Mahomes will throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you. Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So it's the Eagles who will get the first chance to go down and find a winner as they'll get it here, and we are back underway. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football. People hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
A gain of 10 yards, and it's third down.
A 3 and out could really hurt here in this opening drive of overtime. Big third down coming. Throwing is Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Hurts sets up to throw it. Well, that is nearly intercepted. Oh, that would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, it's just second down. Hurts. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
The Eagles send out their punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Now Remigio. One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. Well, if you like drama, especially in the biggest of all games, we are back for the second overtime now in the Super Bowl. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. That last defensive stand, and that is the defensive stand of the season. I mean, you get it on this stage in overtime in the Super Bowl, and now you've set your offense up here, Charles. All they need is a field goal, and they're world champs.
Agreed, partner. And if I'm calling plays on offense right now, I'm looking at my play sheet, and I'm looking for what plays get the ball to my best players right now. How do they touch it, and who do I trust with the football in this situation? Big-time trophy on the line. Championship on the line.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's Mahomes. A bullet throw, but incomplete. I know they may want to go for this, but the smart play probably to punt it, even given the field position, right?
In a sense, you honor what they've done all game. And this is a defense that's held the score down, kept it tight, kept you right in it, and they're really jonesing for one more shot. Give it to them. Let them play defense for you and give you a better chance to win the game.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line, Ben. Now you've seen what a defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
180, 180.
He'll look to throw. That one downfield for Dotson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
180, 180.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is nearly intercepted. Oh, that would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, it's just 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. Oh, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. So that's Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Mahomes. That's laid out deep for Rice. And this one is incomplete. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. I think we can safely call this one of the greatest games ever played as we now head to a 3rd overtime of this Super Bowl. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge.
And it's 3.
Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And his kick is good. The field goal is through the uprights, and they've won the Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love.